Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a curious young boy named Leo. Leo was fascinated by the stars. Every night, he would lie on the grass in his backyard, gazing up at the sky, dreaming of one day traveling to the moon. His fascination with aviation began when he was just a toddler, watching airplanes soar through the sky. But as Leo grew older, his dreams expanded beyond the sky to the stars themselves. One night, while sitting at his desk, Leo began sketching a rocket on a piece of paper. He imagined what it would be like to fly through space, past the clouds and stars, and finally land on the moon. What if I could fly there? Leo whispered to himself. His heart raced at the thought. He started reading everything he could find about space travel, from the Apollo missions to futuristic technologies. Leo wasn't just dreaming anymore, he was learning, and that made his dream feel more possible. One day, Leo's school announced a science fair. The theme this year was the future of aviation. Without hesitation, Leo decided he would build a model of a spacecraft that could fly to the moon. He spent every free moment after school in his garage, crafting his moon rocket. He used cardboard, old toy parts, and even a few spare electronics he had found. His classmates laughed at first when they saw his design small and made of seemingly random materials, but Leo was determined. He knew this was the first step towards a bigger dream. On the day of the science fair, Leo presented his moon rocket. He spoke passionately about the possibilities of human flight beyond Earth, describing how technology was advancing and how one day young people like him could board rockets, just like airplanes, and travel to the moon as easily as flying to another city. His model may have been small, but his ideas were as big as the universe. To everyone's surprise, Leo's presentation won first place. He was invited to meet with a real astronaut who had been part of NASA's latest missions. Leo's excitement was immeasurable. The astronaut listened intently as Leo shared his dreams and even encouraged him to pursue a career in space science. "You may be a small boy now, but one day, you might just be the one flying to the moon," the astronaut said, smiling. Years passed, and Leo's fascination with aviation never faded. He worked hard in school, studied engineering, and eventually became a renowned aerospace engineer. His childhood dream of traveling to the moon evolved into a mission to make space travel more accessible to everyone, no matter their age or background. Then, one fateful day, Leo stood on the launch pad of his very own spacecraft, a fully functioning, modern moon rocket. As he gazed up at the moon, he remembered the small boy who had once sketched rockets in his bedroom. With a deep breath and a hopeful smile, Leo climbed into the cockpit. He wasn't just dreaming anymore, he was about to make history. The countdown began, and as the engines roared to life, Leo knew that the journey he had imagined as a child was no longer a fantasy. It was real, and soon he would be soaring across the stars, landing on the moon, just like the boy who never stopped dreaming.